Hello, welcome to the Katrina Johnson Show. I'm your host, Katrina Johnson. You can find me at katrinajohnson.online. Thank you for joining me today. I have a great show for you. Be sure to share and subscribe to my podcast. And without further ado, let's get into today's show. But before we do that, let's have a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Katrina Johnson Show. I'm happy you're here. Hope you're sharing and following me on this podcast journey that I'm on. We are in season 1. This is episode 3, and we're continuing on with choices. Today's episode is actually titled, Use Wisely Your Power of Choice. I'm going to start off reading an excerpt from a book that I read years ago. The author's name is Og Mandino. The name of the book is The Greatest Miracle in the World. And this section of his book, it's at the very end, is called The God Memorandum. And so I'm going to share it with you right now. I'm going to just read this excerpt. Here we go. I gave you the power to choose. With this gift, I placed you even above my angels. For angels are not free to choose sin. I gave you complete control over your destiny. I told you to determine for yourself your own nature in accordance with your own free will. Neither heavenly or earthly in nature, you were free to fashion yourself in whatever form you preferred. You had power to choose to degenerate into the lowest forms of life, but also had the power, out of your soul's judgment, to be reborn into the higher forms which are divine. I have never withdrawn your great power, the power to choose. What have you done with this tremendous force? Look at yourself. Think of the choices you have made in your life and recall now those bitter moments when you would fall to your knees if only you had the opportunity to choose again. What is past, and now you know the fourth great law of happiness and success. Use wisely your power of choice. Choose to love rather than hate. Choose to laugh rather than cry. Choose to create rather than destroy. Choose to persevere rather than quit. Choose to praise rather than gossip. Choose to heal rather than wound. Choose to give rather than steal. Choose to act rather than procrastinate. Choose to grow rather than not. Choose to pray rather than curse. Choose to live rather than die. That was profound when I read that. And in this book, the God Memorandum section of it, he goes on into other aspects, giving the reader more more laws of having a happy and successful life. And it was just such a great book. Like I said, I read it years ago. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I might just cut this episode off right here because what I just read was so profound and powerful. It's one of those things that I think you just need to think on it. I don't have in my podcast any particular, I've got to go 30 minutes. I've got to go this time. I got to do this. I just let it flow. And I'm going to stop today because honestly speaking, this is like my third take on recording this. And the first time I had a phone call coming through, so that interrupted it. But I think what I just read to you is pretty heavy if you really just replay it and think about it. And I encourage you to make the best choices in life that you can possibly make. And remember, if you make the wrong choice, you can always correct it. Number one, you got to forgive yourself for making that choice and move on. So I want to always inspire you to keep going forward. Live your best life. Don't stay in a place of depression and woe is me, but rather know that you can overcome any and every obstacle. So until next time, remember, information plus inspiration equals transformation. And like I always say, stay inspired.